Hello guys! For today's episode, our topic is debit and credits, assets, liabilities and equities, revenue, expenses, and cost. So, I am Lindsay Escatigbak, or you can call me Ate Lindsay. I am third year college at De La Salle pa, currently taking Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. So, let's start. So, our learning objectives for today's episode are first, to know the terms and accounts used for accounting. Next, to learn the rules of debits and credits. And next, to know the normal balance of an account. So, yun guys, we have five types of accounts: assets, liabilities, equity, revenue, and expenses. So, yan guys, assets. Assets are resources or things of value owned by the business. This also has future economic benefits, which are expected to flow to the entity and also controlled by the entity. Basta guys, ang tandaan natin pag asset, it should be controlled and owned by the business. Kapag hindi siya owned by the business, hindi siya asset. And dapat, meron siyang future economic benefits sa business. At ito ang mga examples ng assets. So first, ay cash. Ang cash ay any monetary value or simply yung pera na meron ng business. Ang accounts receivable naman ay yung mga pautang ng business sa mga customers niya. Kunyari, ikaw, bibili ka sa sari-sari store at sinabi mo, sa isang linggo ka na lang magbabayad. Ibig sabihin nun, may accounts receivable sa'yo ang sari-sari store. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng accounts receivable. Ang office supplies naman ay ang supplies na ginagamit ng business sa offices nila, gaya ng folder, ballpen, at iba pa. Ang equipment naman, ito yung mga machinery owned by the business na ginagamit sa iba't ibang operation ng business. Pwedeng computer, pwedeng delivery machineries, and other machineries pa na nakakatulong sa business. Ang land naman is the site owned by the business, kung saan doon tinatayo ng business yung office nila, pwede yung factories nila, or buildings na makakatulong din sa operation ng business. So next, liabilities. Ang liabilities naman ay present obligation to pay cash or cash equivalents of an entity. Is the debts owned by the business. So, ito, ang liability, siya yung mga utang ng business sa mga suppliers or sa creditors. So, meron tayong dalawang examples, the accounts payable and the notes payable. The accounts payable is an obligation or debt to creditors for money borrowed or merchandise and other assets bought on credit. Samantalang ang notes payable naman is a promissory note issued by the business to its creditors for money borrowed or merchandise and other assets bought on credit. Basta tatandaan natin, pag liabilities, ito ay ang utang ng business sa mga creditors at suppliers. Next ay ang equity naman. Equity is the residual amount after deducting liabilities from assets and is the capital invested in the business. So, ang example niya, owner's capital. Owner's capital, ginagamit natin siya kung ang business is a sole proprietorship or iisa lang yung nagmamay-ari ng business o nag-own. Pero pag shareholders equity naman, ito yung equity ng mga corporation. So, next naman, ang revenue naman represent the earnings of the business from sales of goods or service rendered. O simply, ito yung benta ng business. So, una ay sales. Ang sales, it is an account used to summarize sales of good of a trade or a merchandising business. This includes cash sales and sales on account. While the service income is the earnings derived from service rendered by a servicing business to its customers. This includes cash, and on-account services. Next is the expenses. Expenses is the cost incurred in conducting the business activities. Simply, ito naman yung mga gastos na incurred ng business. So, example nito, supplies expense. So, ito yung gastos sa mga nagamit na supplies. Salaries expense, ito yung mga sweldo na inano sa mga factory workers or mga employees ng business. Utilities expense, ito naman yung expense sa mga water bills and electricity bills. While the rent expense, yun naman yung kunyari, yung office mo, nire-rentahan or yung business nagre-rent expense. So, meron siyang rent expense. So, ngayon, pupunta naman tayo sa rules of debit and credit. The rules of debit and credit are based on the normal balance of an accounting element or account. The term normal balance of an account refers to the usual position of an account in the T account or kung saan ba nag-increase yung mga account na yun. So, ang debit daw is the value received or to and to the left, while the credit is the value parted with and to the right. The two sides of the accounting equation is an application of the dual aspect concept, which provides that every value received must have a corresponding value parted with. This concept is the basis of the debit and credit in recording economic transactions and events. So, ibig sabihin nito guys, if meron kayong iti-debit, dapat meron din kayo iti-credit. At lagi yan guys, lagi silang equal. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng rules of debit and credit. So ngayon, pumunta naman tayo sa accounting equation kung saan ito yung basis ng debit and credit. Ito ay ang asset is equal liability plus equity. Ito guys, lagi natin itong tatandaan dahil itong accounting equation, dito ay ikot lahat ng accounting subjects nyo or any accounting related transaction na magkakaroon kayo. So, lagi natin tatandaan ito guys, ang asset is equal to liabilities plus equity. So, next guys, ay ang sum equation ng kung ano ba ang normal balance ng assets, liabilities and owner's equity, expenses, and income. So, first, magsimula na muna tayo sa assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. Sa assets, ang normal balance ay debit kasi dun siya nag-increase. At makikita natin dun sa accounting equation, nandun siya sa left. So, ibig sabihin, yun yung normal balance niya. Sa liabilities and owner's equity naman, ang normal balance na ay credit kasi dun siya nag-increase. And dun din makikita sa accounting equation na nandun siya sa right side. Ngayon, punta naman tayo sa expenses at income. Sa expenses, ang normal balance ay debit. Samantalang sa income naman, the normal balance is credit. Siguro magtataka kayo, bakit po ate, sa expenses, ang normal balance debit, and sa income, ang normal balance ay credit. Ganito yan, guys. Balik tayo sa accounting equation kung saan assets equal to liabilities plus equity. Tingnan natin, ano ba ang naapektuhan ng income and expenses dun sa asset is equal to liabilities and owner's equity. Guys, ang naapektuhan niya ay yung owner's equity or yung capital. So, alam na natin kung saan nakaka-apekto, doon natin i-relate ang income and expenses. Ngayon, punta muna tayo guys sa income. Sa income, makikita natin na ano bang nangyayari kapag nagka-income ako. Anong mangyayari sa capital ko? Tataas, di ba? So, ang mangyayari dahil ang owner's equity tumataas sa credit, so dapat ang income natin tataas din sa credit. Kaya ang normal balance ng income ay credit. Ngayon, punta naman tayo sa expense. Sa expense, makikita natin na kapag may ginastos tayo, ang capital bababa. So, kailangan ang mangyayari, ang owner's equity, ibababa natin. So, kapag i-expense, para ma-expense, ang mangyayari, ang normal balance na debit. Kasi ang effect niya sa owner's equity ay decreases. Yon, sana naintindihan nyo guys kung paanong nangyari na ang income, ang normal balance mo ay credit, at expense ay debit. Next guys, naghanda ako ng mnemonics para mas madali nating maalala ano nga ba ang normal balance ng mga account. Una ay ang mnemonics na idea. Ito ay nag-stand sa ide-debit ang expenses at assets. Sa relic naman, ang ibig sabihin or stands for revenue, expenses at liabilities ay iti-credit. Ngayon, ulitin natin guys. Idea, ide-debit ang expenses at assets. Relic, revenue, expenses at liabilities ay iti-credit. Yan guys, mas madali nyo nang maaalala kung ano ba ang dapat nating i-debit, ano ang dapat nating i-credit. Ngayon, naghanda ako guys. So, ayun guys. Naghanda ako ng mga sample cases para mas ma-understand natin kung ano yung mga tinuro ko sa inyo kanina. Tara, samahan niyo ako at kumuha kayo ng mga papel para sabay tayong mag-solve ng mga transaction. Kung ano bang journal entry na kailangan natin gawin. At paano ba may apply yung rule of debit and credit. At paano gagamitin ang iba't ibang account na na-encounter natin kanina. So first, rendered parlor services to customer Y and received cash of 5,000. Ngayon nalaman na natin na naka-receive siya ng cash. So ibig sabihin, meron tayong asset. So ang asset, ang normal balance niya ay debit, kaya cash 5,000 sa debit. Ngayon, nag-render daw ng parlor services. So ibig sabihin, may revenue ang ating business. So magkakaroon tayo ng service income. And yung service income na yon, tanda natin, ang normal balance niya ay credit. Kaya, i-credit natin service revenue 5,000. Next, rendered parlor service to customer X worth 3,000 on account. Ngayon, ito naman, nag-rendered tayo ng parlor services to customer X. Pero on account siya, nagbayad. Dito, may nasabi ako kanina, account receivable, kung saan ito yung mga pautang ng business. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng debit, account receivable 3,000, at service revenue 3,000. Next, bought folder for the office and paid 150. Ngayon, bumili ka ng folder, which is office supplies, kaya magkakaroon ka ng asset or ng account sa office supply at meron kang debit na office supplies 150. Ngayon, nabawasan ka ng cash kasi bumili ka nga, nag-paid ka, gamit ay cash. So, ang mangyayari, may cash ka sa credit na 150 kasi nag-decrease siya. Yon. Next, bought an equipment for the parlor cost 950 on account. Ngayon, nag-bought ka ng equipment on account. Dahil nag-bought ka ng equipment, magkakaroon ka ng debit equipment 950. Then, dahil on account yan at utang, nagkaroon ka ng utang, tataas ang utang mo, ang liability mo. Kaya magkakaroon ka ng accounts payable 950. So, ayun guys. Thank you for listening. I hope may natutunan kayo sa akin. And if meron pa kayong tanong, pwede nyo akong i-message sa aking Facebook na din si SK Timbak about accounting. And also, I hope to see you again to our next episode. God bless guys.